before we go to what are you doing with your workshops and your training, I want you to just for a few moments let us know about India, the basics. So, what are the training culture? How is it? How is it India? Is it that spiritual as they say?
Yeah, India is a totally different experience. So the reason I really liked India was because the culture is still very pure and raw compared to most of the others. For example, Thailand is so westernized. It still has its own culture, but in India you really find that even in the way they're communicating with each other, it's if you don't get the way they're communicating, you're miscommunicating. So that's why so many people go to India. They kind of have this feeling that these are all strange, weary men who are just looking at me. Until I found out that when they're looking and you wobble your head like this, they smile and they wobble their head and they look the other way. But otherwise they keep looking like you're some foreigner. And then once you make the connection, like, hey, I'm here, I understand your language, then it becomes more accustomed to it and more normal as well. So you really have to adjust to it. And then again, it's very hectic because there's so many people. The road is always crazy. Everybody's horning. So you got to be the eye in the storm to be able to be present sometimes. So you really have to adapt when you're there. If you think, oh, I'm going to go on vacation, I'm going to have this nice, relaxing holiday, and I'm going to be so relaxed when I come back, then you're going to really have a bad time in India, because you're not. You're going to sleep bad, you're going to eat, you're going to have stomach issues, all those things are going to happen. But it will give you a lot of richness in return, because there's a lot to be learned. It has a unique Ayurvedic culture, it has unique training culture, it has a unique spirituality. You find Muslims, difference between Muslims and Hinduism. Hinduism is not just a religion like we know it, it's a culture. So everything that a Hindu does is involved with religion in the way we would call it. So even eating, if you're I had a friend who we ate some chicken with, and but he isn't allowed to eat chicken. So he was really so some people eat it in secret, but just the fact that if somebody would find out, then everything would be gone, and that is not just something that is because they we say I am vegetarian. No, it's part of religion. Even though I think sometimes all these types of diets can be a religion for some people, but that is because we've lost any sense of religiosity in our culture, and now we try to find it in different forms. So the training culture is in that sense very unique, and it's not only unique in India, but it's also unique in every state. And that is not only the case for the training, it's also the case for food, for clothes. So in a sense, whole India is like a continent, and then every state is like a country with a different language, a different culture. It's really, really interesting. And so even the training is different. The names for certain practices or exercises are different from state to state, which makes it kind of complicated to really get a good view of it. But then again, that is the way India is situated at the moment. And I got there interested because I was a mace coach already. So the reason I wanted to learn more about it was because I saw former videos about Paul Torasvokowinski. He made some videos when he visited India. He has done a lot of research on it with Indian clubs as well. So that got me really interested in, making documentaries about it and trying to find out more. And that's also showing the West what there was in India. But that kind of turned around, and now I'm also showing the Indians what is there. So that mission kind of got broader as I went on.